رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقه قولي. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Today, inshallah, we're going to go through similar sounding letters. In Arabic, there are sounds that coincide or are quite similar to other sounds. They are articulated in different ways or from different places. I would suggest that you go back to the lessons on where to articulate the Arabic letters and just get that extra practice when you're pronouncing these letters so you know which areas that letter is coming from. So whether that is your throat or your tongue, inshallah. For example, the first letter, or the first word, sorry. There's a first word called qalb and then qalb. Now, the changing of just the first letter because the rest of the letters are the same. You have the lam in that word, and you have a lam in this second word. You have a ba, and then you also have a ba in the second word. So those remain the same, and then the first letter is the only one that's affected, and it changes, and it also changes in meaning. So the one with the kaf means a dog, and the one with the qaf means a heart. So you have to understand that sometimes even changing one letter in Arabic does change the entire meaning. So therefore, it's very important we get the sounds right. Okay, so they have put some similar sounding letters as pairs. So inshallah, we'll go through them and you'll get a better understanding on how to pronounce them. And if you like, you could go through the translation. The translation is below each letter or each word, sorry. However, today we're just going to focus on the pronunciation and not go through the translation of each word. So first word, as we said, is qaf. One of the ways I tell my students to say the qaf is if they say ko 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 kol kolbun ko 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 kolbun, and that's a really easy way to pinpoint the correct articulation point for the qaf letter because it's a difficult letter to say. This one it is slightly closer in articulation to the qaf, but it is placed slightly before it. So qaf comes further back from the tongue, whereas kaf comes before the qaf. So this is nice and light, and that's very heavy. So here, nice and light. Ke 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 ke. Kelbun, kelbun, ke ke ke, kelbun, kolbun, kelbun, and kolbun. So you can hear the difference between the first letter. Here, the ha, it comes from the middle of the throat. Remember when we said the ha, it is the steaming ha, and the breathing ha, we breathe out with the halaqa, ha, halaqa. And this one, it comes from the bottom of our throat. So halaqa, halaqa, ha, halaqa, halaqa, and halaqa, halaqa, halaqa. You should be able to, there's a very subtle difference, but you should be able to pick it up. Halaqa, halaqa. Okay. We're just going to go on reading so you can, inshallah, try your best to follow and say the words after me, inshallah. Okay. So let's go to the second one, the second line. Ra heavy raqada, ra heavy again, raqada, raqada, raqada. Taba, 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 taba. Qasada, qasada, kasada, qasada, kasada. Tinun, tinun. Remember, this is a mud because the ya has nothing on it, and it is preceded by a kasra, a matching word. Tinun, ta, tinun, tinun. This is tinun, and this is tinun. Darbun, darbun, dar, dar, darbun, da, darbun. Dhalilun. Mad again. Dhalilun. Take your tongue out for this. The catching the tongue between the top and the bottom incisors. Dhalilun. Just touching the top incisors, just the outside part of the top teeth. Dha. Lift the tongue up. Dhalilun. Mad here again. Dhalilun. Ba'da. 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 Ain. Ba'da. Don't say ba. Don't make it as a hamza. This is ain. Ba, ba. Go right in the middle of the throat. Ba'da. بعد بعض بعد بعض. Letter with the shadda, double ba. Remember, the first one is sakin, the second one has a fatta. So I'm going to say two ba, sabba, sabba. Here, first ba is sakin, means has no vowel on it. When I say sakin, I mean no vowel, it's silent. It has a short vowel sound. So not completely silent, but it's almost like a short sound. And the second ba has a fatta, same as this. But the sod here makes it heavy. So sabba, sobba, sobba, dalla, dolla, sabaha, sabaha, dar, dar. Ra has sukoon, sakin. Darsun, darsun, dirs, dirsun, dirsun. Ek, eklun, ak, aklun, aklun. عين أكل أك أكل 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 and So you need to know the difference between the hamza and the ain, because one, the hamza comes from the further part of your throat, which is the bottom part, and the ain comes from the middle. So and a أكل أكل. Here now you have some letters that you will pronounce, and they're showing you how alif appears from the beginning, middle, and end. Ba at the beginning, middle, and the end, and the ta from the beginning, middle, and end. So here you will have a good idea of how to pronounce these letters and recognize them in different positions. So if we have a look at some of the letters here, and you should have practiced them writing them down from the previous lessons. If you haven't, please do go back and visit that lesson and try and write the letters down, how they appear in the middle. Have a look at these letters and then you have homework here. So here you have some missing words. So if you look at the first one, seen dal, what is missing? So if you look through this, what is missing? So let's do the first one. We know that this first word has a seen and dal. So what's missing is the hamzatul qata, and I'm just going to write that down. So obviously this book is available on the internet. You can download it or you can have a notebook and write them down. So alif, sin, dal. Now you have the next one, nun, ba, wa, ba. So we want to look back and see where this word appears. Okay, so we have, where is it got here? I can see it. So have a look at it. Where is it? What's missing? So you have four letters, nun, ba, wa, and ba. What's missing? The hamza. So if we look here, it's the pipe. Hamza is missing. Okay, the next one is just meme and kaf. So there's two letters missing. Okay, so have a look. As soon as you spot it, you can write that down. So this one is maktabun. So fill in the blanks, inshallah. You have the same here. So here you need to practice writing letters that come like the fa that comes in the beginning, middle, and the end. So jim as it comes in the beginning, middle, and end, and the ha as it would come in the beginning, middle, and end. Have a look at these letters here, and then you do the same exercise. So you will fill in the blanks. And then you will, obviously, to do that, you need to go back and look at these images and look at those words and fill in the missing letter according to how they've spelt them here. So it's just these words that you can see. They have placed them here in this box, but some of the letters are missing now. So you need to fill in those letters. And it helps you practice your writing skills. It helps you familiarize yourself with the letters of how they're appearing at the beginning, middle, and end. So here you're going to practice G. So you've done Jim, sorry, you've done Jim here. Remember the one on the dot on top is a kha. So you're going to practice kha, dal, and dal. So again, look at these words. You don't need to memorize them. You can go back and check them as long as you're doing it correctly, and then fill in the missing blanks again. And then you have the same exercise here. And if you keep going, we have it here. So it's a really good practice for you just to understand how to write all these letters in the beginning, middle, and it goes through all, it covers the entire Arabic alphabet. So you can see now we're on Waw and Ya. So this should be the final part. We will start with moon letters in the next lesson. Thank you for watching. Inshallah, see you next time. Jazakumullah khair. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu.